Hello, this is Hellfire695 here, and yeah, I've been thinking about doing this video for quite some time now, and I'm going to tell you what this video is about. I mean, recently we had a death in the community here where I live. A guy by the name of James was killed by a landmine, basically an IED over in Afghanistan, and it made me think of something. I mean, I didn't know the guy personally, okay, but what it made me think of is that here in the truth movement, we tend to criticize the war in Iraq and Afghanistan a lot, which, don't take my comments here tonight wrongly, because, I think they're completely pointless wars. But, I've seen like all these signs up mourning for him, and one thing I wanted to comment on is that when his funeral procession came through town, literally thousands of people lined the streets in respect for him. I mean, there was Canadian flags everywhere. And that's kind of leading me to my main point here, is that we really should not support the war. But perhaps we should support the soldiers, because, there's times where I hear some very disparaging comments about them. And yes, there's soldiers that have done disparaging things over there. But you gotta remember something. Something that Howard Zinn wrote is that the reason the soldiers who go to war fight, and the reasons behind the people who send them to war, are often very different. I mean, you got some soldiers over there maybe because, they need to support their family and they couldn't find a job otherwhere else. Or, in a lot of cases, you get people over there because, they just want to make the world a better place. Maybe the way they're doing it is not the right way of going about it, but I think we should respect the fact of how much they're willing to put on the line for what they think is right. I mean, I'm sure for some people it's a macho thing, but, I don't think that's always necessarily the case. Because a lot of these people are just average people, really. Still, I just thought of, just thinking of all the people lined up in the streets, which, there was literally thousands of them. That did tell me one thing. Where I'm at, we have a big time sense of community. I mean, people that didn't even know him showed up just to pay their respects. I mean, I know why the war is going on over there, and it has nothing to do with Al-Qaeda or the Taliban or anything like that. I mean, let me tell you what this war is supposed to be. It's an endless war. I mean, it is designed to burn the products of labor. It's essentially like a fire almost. Except for, It doesn't light anything. It doesn't serve any good purpose, like a fire can, in times. It is just meant to burn material resources and lives, and to keep that country in the ground. I mean, Afghanistan is a country where they are literally sitting on a mountain of natural resources. They've got oil and all kinds of stuff. And that's another reason they were invaded. Take advantage of their natural resources. Yeah, basically burn their natural resources and burn ours too. Or to make money off of theirs. It's a very complicated reason behind the war in Afghanistan, really. Because they had a lot of motives going in there. First one was geopolitical, to pressure Iran. I mean, they wanted the oil in Afghanistan, which there's plenty of that. On top of that, they wanted to secure land for a pipeline to the Caspian Sea as well. And part of the greater strategy is probably to destabilize that entire area and set the Middle East on fire. I mean, now they're over in Afghanistan, and they did exactly what they knew. The Taliban did exactly what was predicted, what they thought they would do. They took off into Pakistan. And in Pakistan, the northern regions where they're hiding, the government has got no control. I mean, because it's all tribal. I mean, I don't know the exact mechanics behind that or the reasoning, but now they're been wanting to make these little, I guess you would call them excursions into Pakistan well, this is old news, little excursions into Pakistan after the Taliban, but in reality is that Pakistan is a sovereign nation who does not want a foreign military acting on their soil, which is perfectly reasonable by my books. I mean, like, how good it would be. I mean, let's say we had terrorists hiding up here and up north in Canada. You know, I mean, how long do you think the U.S. military would be making little excursions into there for before shit started? Not very long. I'll tell you that right now. But it's just, I want to end the video with this, is that that's what pisses me off about this war the most. This is how I want to conclude it, okay? You got this war with so many sick, with such a sick agenda behind it. I mean, it's fucking disgusting, the agenda behind it, okay? And they take these people who are good people in a lot of cases, who really want to do the right thing, and these are people who are willing to put themselves on the line to do the right thing, and they fucking manipulate them into fighting this goddamn pointless war that only furthers their own agenda. They're basically sacrificing good people, burning our goddamn resources, taking our young people, sending them over there to go get killed. Why? So they can make more money and further their little game. Come on. Like, how many people can they seriously think don't see through this? Well, I hope you guys like my thoughts on it. Anyway, this is Hellfire 695, and I'm gonna peace out now before I get too pissed off.